Welcome. Why the Amazons is burning? First update. This is not happening just for the last 3 weeks. The ravaging, the damaging of the Amazons, it's been happening for years. There are plenty of activists who has been killed and disappeared in Brazil. The question is, why would you damage the Amazons? Why? And here's one update so you know. One of the reasons why they are devastating the Amazons, according to the activists and all the information, is that because they want a space to feed cows. Crazy, because Brazil is huge and Brazil has plenty of space to feed cows. Then the question comes back, why would you go to the Amazons? Here's one idea. The Amazons is one of the lungs of Mother Earth, one of those organs that help us to breathe. Yes, Amazons is one of the lungs of the Mother Earth, so help the Mother Earth to breathe. So help us to breathe. The Amazon is one of the cleaners of the air. So if somebody damaged the Amazons, one of the lungs, Mother Earth will be weaker and the quality of air will decrease. Once the quality of air decreases, then another business comes up, which is selling pure air. This is already happening in China. This is already happening. This is not a movie. People is buying air, pure air in China. As a matter of fact, I live in Canada, and the person who has that business get the air from Canada. He goes to the mountains, to the Rocky Mountains, collect air and bring it back to China and sell it. So here is another reason why could that happen. Another reason why could that happen is this one, a little bit more esoteric if you want to call it, but the law of correspondence tell us that whatever is happening in the outer world is happening in the inner world. So whatever we see outside is happening inside. And I don't know if you're aware of it, but I'm gonna get you up to the speed. Yes, we all have an imbalance, so we are operating mainly we operate on our left brain, which is reason and logic, the masculine energy, if you want to call it. Actually, it is what it is. It's the masculine energy. Your right side controls your left side and is your masculine energy. It's all mathematics and science, data and memory. We are operating on it, and it's ruled by ego. Got it? Now, the issue with this left brain, data and memory, is that because it's based on data and memory, it's easy to put any data on memory over there and program it. And this is what has been happening through years to all of us. We have been programmed through television, teletransport a vision. So they're being transporting a vision into our brain. So data, memory. So we pretty much being transformed because this is what we know. And because we're not using our intuitive side, our spiritual side, if you want to call it, the feminine energy, which is works completely different than the left side, than the masculine energy, then we are subject to what we are seeing. So we are being programmed not only by TV, but if you think about the whole education system, is completely based on reason and logic. And it's so in your face that most of the schools cut the arts, and the arts are rated as a second class subject, when in reality the only way for us to expand our consciousness and to see is by using the right side of our brain, the intuitive, the feminine energy, the feminine side. That's the only way we can see. That's why schools cut the art program, because through the process of creating, you open up and expand your consciousness. Now, what does it have to be with this? What it has to be with this is that because we are with the Amazons, what it has to be with the Burning Amazons, because we are co-creators of this reality, and because we've been programmed to operate on the masculine side, we lost touch, if you want to think about it, with nature. So we start tolerating and even supporting unconsciously these acts, because these companies that are behind this burning of the Amazons are the companies that we are all feeding. And we feeding because we're not able to see. Why we're not able to see? Because we're not operating on our feminine energy. We're not operating on our intuition. The intuition is the only way to see. I repeat, the intuition is the only way to see. So, yeah, we are all co-creators of this reality. So the Amazons, the burning of the Amazons, it's been happening for years, and it's been happening while we are all Netflix and chilling, because we are not expanding our consciousness, so we are tolerating all this. I hope this makes sense, and bring your right and left brain together, so we operate, you and me, we operate with whole brain, so we can see the whole spectrum, absolute consciousness.